Hi, so today we are going to see lead code question build an array with stack operation. So basically what they have given us a target and a n value. This n value we have to use from 1 to n and we have to create a stack. So basically we have to create a stack by using 1 to n. As you can see over here, n is given as 3. So what we have to use? 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, we have to use like this from 1 to n and create a stack over here that is being represented as the target given over here. So in the target we should be having 1 and then 3 over here, which should be equal to this target value that they have given. We have to achieve this target. And to achieve this target, what all the operation we have used one by one, they have mentioned it over here. First push, push, pop, push. We have to use, by using this functions one by one, we are going to achieve this. Let me show you how we have got this. So this is the stack we are having. Okay. First, we are going to see this one value. One value we are going to insert in this stack. So we are having one first. Good. So we have used the function, push operation, you can say. By push operation, we have inserted the first value in this stack. Next, we will move on to the second value. Second value is 2. Second value we are going to push. Okay. Second value we have pushed. So with the push operation, we are going to note it down one by one. So as you can see in the original target, 2 is not there. That means we have to remove this 2. So basically we will then use pop operation. Good. Now we will move forward to the third value, that is 3. And then we will use the push operation and going to insert it 3. Now this two stack look similar, the target and the one we have created. So this is how we are going to represent the operations that we have used to achieve this target. Okay, let me just erase this and we will see how this works. Okay, first I will take this target value that we have to achieve. Okay, that is 1 comma 3 we have to achieve. Okay, and what we are going to use, the 1 to n value, that is 1 comma 2 comma 3. The first example I'm going to take, n is 3, so 1 2 3, and this is the target. Now for this, as you have seen, we have to use all this 1 to n values. So I'm just going to use this all values and name it as I. I'm going to traverse this all numbers. Okay, that is a default thing that we have to do, as you have seen. Next, I'm also going, as we have to achieve this target, I'm going to also represent this with J. Okay, now let's create the stack over here that we have to do. Okay, now we will do a follow for this I, and then we will compare it with this target. So now I will be on this first value, that is 1. Okay, and we will check if I is equal to J. Okay, I will be first in this value. I value is what? 1, and J value, first value will be what? 1 in the target. So is I is equal to J? Yes, it's correct. So we are going to insert it, the 1 over here, and I'm going to also mention over here that if I is equal to J, then we are going to use a push operation, and then I'm going to increase the J value also. These two things we are going to do. Okay, first we will check if I is equal to J. Yes, it was same over here. I was 1, J was also 1, so we are going to use a pop operation, and J I will increase it. So the next time the J is now in the second position over here. Now the loop will here also, the loop will also move to the second position. So now I is equal to 2, as you can see. Is I is equal to j? J is 3 over here and I is 2 over here. Are they same? No, they are not same. But as you have seen, we have to use all this integer and we have to insert it. So we have to insert 2. So if they are not similar, if I is not equal to j, then we are going to use first push, and we have to remove it also because we don't want. If I is not equal to j. Good. If I is not equal to j, we are going to use first push, we are going to insert it, then we are going to cancel it out by pop operation. Good. Then we are not going to increase the j because we have to look for this number. Loop will move forward, but okay. So now I will be going at the third position, the last position, that is 3. Now they are going to compare. Is I is equal to j? Yes, they are same. So we are going to use the push operation and then we are going to insert it. Good enough, we have got our target. So this is how we are going to use. This will be the two condition by which we are going to achieve. Now this is the second example. Why I have written over here is, as you can see, there is only two uh, values in the target, but the problem is over here n is equal to 4. That means our n is going to be 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 like this, but in the first two only we are going to achieve it, 1 comma 2. Later on these two things we don't want. So for that, just I'm going to write a simple thing that if our target value, let me write over here, if the j value will be greater or equal than the target of size, we are going to break. And I mean, we are not going to move forward. J is increasing, right? So if j have become now 3, after this push operation, last operation, if j have become after 2 over 3, they are just going to stop it because n value, target value is of size 2 and j have now become 3 by this plus plus operation over here. Since j have become 3 and it is of size 2 only, it's going to break and stop the loop. That's it. Let's see our code that we have got. Okay. So as I have told, this is for the output. I have took a answer vector, okay, of string. Then, as I've told over here, a j value we are going to take. First, I am going to initialize with a 0, then a for loop from I to n. The for loop that I have told over here, the for loop we are going to use, and we are going to initialize it with I. This is the for loop 1 to n. Then this 2 conditions. These are the two conditions over here. These are the two conditions that I have used over here. Okay. First, if I is equal to j, if target of j is equal to this I value, then we are going to use a push function, correct? And then we are going to increase the j value over here. If I is not equal to j, else condition, we are going to use push, then pop. Fair enough. And for the special condition, if the size exceeds on increasing the j value after the last push, if the j value is greater than the target size value over here, then we are going to break from the loop and going to end this. At the last, we are going to return the answer. Good. Now let's run it. I've just run it. Let me submit it. All conditions are accepted. Okay. On submitting, yes, it worked. Good. Looks good. Okay. Now, thank you for watching the video and meet you soon in the next video. Bye.